Is that better? We should be getting sound now. Should be sound. Should be good to go. So I got audio. Okay. All right. So, what was I saying during that whole time? Channel membership is open. Main features right now, you're going to get some chat privileges, but also we're going to have there will be members only videos, or I should say, videos will be debuting in, or you get early access to videos. So yeah, there's a reason to join the membership. And there are going to be some upcoming features for that, but for right now, that's going to be it for right now. We're going to get started with Is She Marriageable? This is the whole point of this series is not to figure out if this woman is marriageable to you specifically, right? But in general, the whole point is to show that there are more marriageable women out there than, than YouTube male-oriented relationship content would have you believe, right? The categories that we go by are fit, feminine, friendly, cooperative, submissive, childless. You guys already know this Kevin Samuels talking point. Yeah, I know. All six of those equal up to a high value man. But my thing is that what for the average man, you're probably looking for about 3 to 4 out of the 6. Now, which 3? We don't know. You have to make that decision for yourself. So we're gonna go ahead and get started here. Shout out to Chris, man. Welcome back, brother. And we're gonna go ahead and let's get this going.
Hello, we are live. We are live. Oh, hello, we are live.
Okay, I don't know what's
going on. Find love in the comment section. All right, let's see what we got going over here, child. Hello.
Hi, how you doing?
Good. Turn your TV off. Oh, don't tell me the Wi-Fi messed up. That hello. Turn your TV off, baby. The Wi-Fi is making me nervous.
Hi.
You got that super loud TV too.
Off, I can hear in the background. Hello?
Hi, how you doing?
Good. What's your name, baby girl?
Sabrina.
Sabrina, how old are you?
32.
32. Where you calling me from, baby?
Upland, California.
Where?
Upland, California.
California? You saying California? What part of California?
Upland.
Upland. What do you do for a living?
I'm a security guard.
Security guard. You have any kids?
6.
You really have 6 kids?
Yeah.
14.
14. We got 14. We got 30.
Yes, Chris, that is correct. We need more. Everybody, make sure you subscribe to the channel. 1,000 is the goal, so let's go ahead and do that. This woman got 6 kids, and oh my God, this is where we starting at, people. I mean, she's 32 with 6 kids. Wow. Like, you have to start doing some, I don't want to do the math here, but man, to have that many kids, it's like, was there ever a time when she wasn't pregnant? I mean, I'm hoping that she didn't start until her 20s. My, 6 kids?
13, 11, 10, and a 7, and a 3.
Girl, it's not like you giving me the lottery number or you ordering Popeye's chicken. I need a 14 bucket, a 7-piece, a 10-piece, 11-piece.
The sad thing is, she would have to order all that to feed all those kids. My God, man. Okay, all right. Man, it's hard for me to focus thinking about trying to raise 6 kids. I got 2, and that. Oh. Chris says, facts. Her whole adult life, she's been pregnant. Yeah. Man, this.
How old are you after 7? What's after 7?
7. We got a 3-year-old.
And we got a 3-year-old. I need a
Yeah.
7-piece, a 3-piece, dark or white
Nah,
meat.
we can get a 20-piece.
Spicy, two.
You know what's jacked up about this is that I swear Kendra is becoming more and more like Kevin Samuels every episode. I mean, she is sitting on here just roasting this woman, and they and the woman's still laughing at this stuff. But I'm like, I know she's in disbelief about that. You on here with looking, you got 6 kids. The youngest is 3. What happened with that? Like, where was? Okay, let's just go. Let's get through this, cause, God.
20.
Play, 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 play.
Ah, nah, I'm serious.
So, okay, how many men?
Only one.
Are your kids by
Okay.
one dad?
Yeah, by one dad.
Have you guys ever been married?
Now we've been together for 15 years.
Why
What-
y'all not together still?
Yeah.
Because we went through our little problems with like domestic violence. So that's the only thing.
Well, domestic
Like-
violence is not a little thing. That's a big problem. But
Yeah, like abusiveness. He like to put.
You've been with the man for that long. You got to say, there has to be, so she's got to, I'm praying that Kendra actually asked the right questions here. For one, okay, well, why do you was he abusive in the beginning? If so, why did you go through and have 6 kids with this man? And if it wasn't in the beginning, okay, well, what set him off to the point where he's got to put his hands on you, knowing that you're the mother of his children? See, there's, whoa. And the other part, just the problem is that now you're on a dating show. Okay, you've been with this dude for over 10 years. Like, what is she expecting to find out here with her 6 kids? Because all she's known is just that one guy. I mean, thank God. The good news here is that it's only been one guy. But the interesting part is that y'all been together well, clearly she's not trying to get married. So, I mean, she can't be at this point because you've been with this dude forever and y'all got all these kids. Be interested to know what he did for a living, though, besides, get her pregnant. Because, man, this is.
Me down a long time ago. I used to be put down a lot. Yeah.
so when did that start though? Because you had 6 kids by him.
It started getting worse towards the end of the with my last one. Yeah. I cheated on him with my 3rd one.
What?
Wait, you say you cheated on with your 3rd child? How many
Yeah.
children dads do you have?
No, I didn't. I was pregnant. I didn't know I was pregnant, but then I ended up trying to leave him. But I didn't with the domestic violence. But then I needed to hit like.
Translation. I was pregnant and went and had sex with another man. This is all kinds of jacked up. This is all kinds of jacked up.
I needed him by my side during the pregnancy because I'm high risk. So that's why he was there all the whole pregnancy. Yeah.
Okay, so when did y'all break up?
We broke up in 2019.
Okay. All right. Do you guys co-parent well? Did he get
Yeah,
help?
we do good. We do everything good. Yeah.
Okay. So this is Sabrina, 32, California, Upland, California. Security guard. When's your birthday or zodiac sign?
September 29. I'm a Libra.
Libra. All right. Bring the phone closer up, baby, so we can see your face. Okay.
Yeah.
Bring it down. Bring it down, I mean. You're like to the corner. Okay, there we go. So Sabrina, what kind of man are you looking for now, honey?
I'm looking just for a man.
Any just a man that walks?
Nah, I'm looking for a good man though. A good man who's honest. I want a good man who's honest and respectful. not selfish, um, real good in bed. Yeah, and that's it. That's
Real
all.
good in
Yeah.
You
bed.
know,
He
yeah,
has, he has to be real good in bed.
yeah, he gotta be real good in bed.
Now, do you want more kids?
No, I don't want no more kids.
Bring the camera up so we can see your face, honey. You might need
Oh
to sit
shit.
up. Do you want to sit up?
Oh shoot.
Please.
I was shoot, damn.
One of the it's another woman in here laying down, not being presentable on camera. Amongst the other problems that I initially didn't say that because it was obvious that she was laying down, but because there was so much other things going on here that it's was like, whoa, it was so shocking. Chris says, this is the ultimate. There is someone for everyone. No, it's not. We not going to do that. No. Got 6 kids. And then you've been the victim of domestic violence.
Laying down. Okay, I'm ready now.
Not
Can you
presentable.
see me? I'm like
No, but
dark.
I need the light in your face. So maybe you can go back where you were, but just keep the camera up.
Okay, can you see me now?
All right. So you said he has to be good in bed. That's important.
Yeah. You know, all women want someone who's good because that's gonna make them leave if they ain't good. You know, they're gonna make them leave regardless. So we need a little excitement in the bed.
Okay. What's some deal breakers?
Deal breakers is abusive, disrespect, lying. Yeah.
Okay. What's the age range you would date?
I like older dudes, so I say like 38 and up.
38 and up.
The stop at like 60.
You'll go all the way to 60.
No, 58. 58.
You'll go to 58.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
So, Sabrina, let me ask this. So you do come with 6 children. Sometimes men are cautious about that. So what do you say to the guy that's cautious that you have 6 kids?
Great question.
They don't want it.
Say
So
again?
I don't even know. If they don't, I don't know. Really, I don't know. I don't know. They just missing out.
What are they missing out on?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Woman, you know.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does the guy have to make a certain amount of money?
No, as long as they can take care of themselves, and I take care of mine.
Does he have to look a certain way?
A little bit. They can't be that ugly, but they can. You know.
Chris says, what does she do for a living? She's a security guard. She's a security guard. She probably work at the mall. Now I'm like, how are you feeding 6 kids on a security guard salary? Oh, I'm sorry, security guards aren't salary; they're hourly. So even still, this is yeah. See, the one saving grace here may be the fact that well, it's not, because Kendra just asked her about income, and she said he has to be able to take care of himself. But when she asked her before what kind of man she's looking for, this lady said just a man. And I said, okay, so he could be a hobosexual then. Yeah, it's EBT. She got TANF. She got the whole combo pack. She got to have it because, I mean, but my point is that I this might be one of those women who would actually benefit from being with a hobosexual. He ain't got nowhere else to go because somebody got to watch all those kids. It's 6 of them. Somebody got the time it takes to prepare a meal for 6 kids. Still got to feed the adults too. So like, this is wow. That's why I said I can't. I'm not, I thought about just skipping this section altogether when she started talking about 6 kids and she's a security guard. But now that I'm thinking about it, I mean, like I said, homosexual. You need somebody to take care of home because, I mean, security guard. You may be working. She might have her shift change and end up. She had to end up having to work overnight. I mean, somebody got to stay home, right? I don't know. Let's keep going.
You know, yeah, it could be okay.
Okay. Let's do the Kendra Kim, honey.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Okay, let's see. Let's see if they can see me right here.
We can't see you, baby girl.
Oh, mommy.
Why don't you get one of our kids to hold the camera?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. We see you, boo.
House looks about like I expected to. I mean, you got 6 kids running around, and she working a full-time job, so kids are taking care of themselves. That's how they keep the oh boy, always seems like people are not prepared for being they're not camera ready. It's like you don't think that we can see like what's going on, all this stuff in the background, and this that's why it's called money, marriage, and media. Because it's not enough to talk about these things, but you have to be presentable. And this is, man, if she's a security guard, it would have to be Section 8. I was about to say, what's her housing situation looking like? Because don't tell me y'all in like a 2 or 3 bedroom apartment. Like how this? Yeah, this is a lot to handle. But again, if you let's keep going.
All right, so this is Sabrina. So Sabrina, when was your last relationship?
My last relationship was about like a couple days ago. My last time I had sex, it was a couple days ago.
Okay, I didn't even get to that question yet. But when was your last relationship?
My last relationship is 15 years ago.
15 years ago. Well, that was. So when you
wait,
15 years ago?
Oh, my head is starting to hurt, man. This is, oh my God, bro. This is. I don't know how much longer we got on this one, because this is like, oh boy. Okay, it ain't much longer.
I mean, 2019.
Okay.
2019.
But you had sex a couple days ago.
Yeah.
Is that person an option?
Probably not.
Because he's a good one, but he's kind of selfish, Yeah.
Selfish meaning, translation, he's not trying to take care of all 6 of my kids. He's just trying to hit it. But as fertile as she is, that brother is man, not only he playing with fire, he trying to pull off Mission Impossible by not getting her pregnant. I'm trying to tell you, man, this is we got to keep going so we can get done with this.
Yeah, he's a good one. Yeah, he's real good. But
real good. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Chris says Upland is in the middle of nowhere, cheaper rents by California standards. Well, that's finally something positive to say about this, because at least she's a security guard and rent's not that high where she is. So if you look, what? Let's just keep going.
Do you want more kids? I can't remember your answer.
No, I don't want no more kids.
No, the guy can come with kids, right?
Yeah, he can have kids.
So Sabrina, what are you looking for? Do you want a relationship? What's the goal, honey?
Yeah,
Great question. That's a great question.
Yeah, I do want a relationship. I want a real good man. Like I want to be married now. I just don't want to like.
Okay.
I don't want to
This
fuck
is
around no more. I want to just find a.
this woman said after 6 kids, that's when she wants to be married. Cause I don't want to mess around anymore. Oh, God. How much more of this we got?
A real man like who want to be married and serious. You know,
So some would say, why did you think about marriage before you had your 6 children?
Yes.
actually, I did want to marry my kid's father, but then he started just like doing things that I didn't agree of.
She said before you had the kids. Before. He's not the child. Oh, God.
You know,
Okay. 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 So Sabrina, why do you think you're single, honey?
I think I'm single because
I.
I really haven't been looking. I haven't been looking.
Oh, come on, man. No. It's okay.
I was
No,
worried about.
I
I
can't do
was
this
just
no
worried about
more, bro.
making money. Like, so I'm doing right now. I'm doing a bus driving, city bus.
Is that
No. No. Wait, what is. Oh, okay. Hold on, man. It says too much. That last lady, she was lying, man. That can't be right. You got. It's, no. Oh, God. Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back.
Sabrina Nil? So this is Sabrina Nil, 32. She'll date 38 to 58. Does the guy have to be in California?
No,
No.
You got 6 kids living in California, but you trying to date a man who don't live in California. Right. Okay. We're done with this one. Let's move on to the next one. And we get to this lady who's got a baby in the picture. So that last lady, no, she's not marriageable. She's priced herself out in the market. You had 6 kids and hadn't thought about marriage until after the 6 kids. And then it's... No. I did a bit. How do you... We're gonna have to reset because I think this is about to be some stuff too. Because this woman is got a baby. Maybe it's not her baby. Maybe it's not her baby. So let's go ahead and get this officially started. We want to go back to the beginning of it because
And I gotta go as long as I feel like Wi-Fi is good. Is that a baby? Here's your kids. You're not breastfeeding. Are you breastfeeding? No.
No, I'm not breastfeeding. I just said to someone here, and I was like, it would be so funny if she really actually picked me, and you picked me next. That's crazy. Hi, Kendra. Yes,
Hi,
this
baby.
is my baby. She's
That's
one.
your baby?
She passed her bedtime, and
Good.
she act like she don't want to go to sleep.
why are you on a dating show with a baby? That baby look like is that baby even a year old? Like what? Oh my God, man! Woman with 6 kids before, and now we got this woman who is got that baby ain't even. Okay, all right, reset. Keep an open mind. Let's go.
Woo! Do you have a 1-year-old?
Yes. I
Well, let me
do.
get to that question early. Why you not with the dad? Because everybody's gonna say, why you not with the
Yes.
dad? The baby's one.
Just because before I got pregnant, we actually broke up because we just mentally were on different pages. It just wasn't working. But unfortunately, I found out I was pregnant right after, as it always happens. And I chose to keep my baby and try to work on things, and it just so here I am with the one.
Chris says it's going to be a long night, and I agree. Yeah, so while I got it stopped, let's go ahead and recap this. I'm not sure how to pronounce her name. So she's got a 1-year-old baby. Her and the baby's father were in a relationship of some kind. We don't know if it was a situationship or not, but they weren't seeing eye to eye, so they split, and then she found out she was pregnant. So many times this happens in our community. which is why you end up with women who, a lot of times that's a situation that happens a lot with, and how women become single moms. My question is that if you, who vetted that man for you? Again, I always bring this up, and it's not a question to like to it's not a gotcha moment question, or it's not a question to shame the women. It's actually because we want to know, because it's a question that leads to that opens up more about. It's supposed to give us more information about the woman's, how she was raised, because if she doesn't trust the men in her family enough to help her with vetting the men who are potential suitors, then in most of the cases it's a lack of trust and a lack of respect that's going on there. So the question then becomes, what is going on here? We got, give me a second, guys. I've just had some windows pop up here, and it's an auto update, and we don't need that right now. Okay. But usually it comes from a lack of trust or a lack of respect. But again, these are the men that she has known for her whole life. So if that's what you do with the men in your family who you've known that long, then how are we going to survive in a relationship? Because again, I haven't known you for that long, and how are you going to be able to follow my leadership if you don't even trust the men you've known for your whole life? Now, and like I said, that's not a deal breaker, because she may be bringing some other qualities to the table that are what going to bring balance to the relationship. But it does raise an interesting point, and she may very well have an answer for that. I mean, she could have been born into a family that is full of single women, and I got into an argument when I was on a panel on another show about the fact that, well, the question was about whether or not women can self-improve. They 100% can. So if you can get a woman who can answer that question or give you a valid answer to it, it may be worth pursuing it, or, at least gathering more information, or, devoting some more time to figure out who she is as a person. But, again, it's something that you have to bring up. So let's keep going, because this is I'm not going to say she's not marriageable at this point, because we just don't know enough.
1-year-old, and I also have an 11-year-old.
2 kids, okay?
By the same man?
No, unfortunately not. I was in an 8-year relationship with my 11-year-old's dad. That ended 7 years ago, and yeah.
Wait. Math ain't math in here. 8-year relationship. It ended 3 years ago, and the child is 11. Okay, so what? Did she get pregnant as soon as they got together? Am I tripping? Because that's what that sounds like. The child, this 8-year relationship, they broke up 3 years ago. 8 plus 3 is 11. So, situationship maybe? Is that what happened? Situationship, they got pregnant. She had the baby. They was trying to make it work. It didn't, of course, right? Because situationships are never long term. That's why I always recommend avoiding them, because they don't work out. And now you got a kid. So we're starting to see a pattern here, huh? What are the chances that she was raised by a single mom? See, I said this before, and I think it's an ongoing theory, or I should say it's not a theory at this point. It's just a hypothesis that our women have a hard time with their understanding their value, which is why, or they have a hard time seeing their value when they're raised by single moms, because that a lot of the validation when they're younger which is supposed to be coming from the father, which should give you an understanding of a better understanding of what your value is as you go into womanhood. But if the dad's not there and you don't receive that, then you go out in the world searching for it. And of course, this is how you end up with an over-sexualized culture. It's because you're seeking validation from the men out there. And because men, we have this negative stereotype that the only thing we're looking for is sex. You think that, or women think that that's their most valuable asset. So there we go. Again, it's just a working hypothesis. I think this is a great series to see if it's because of the amount of women that Kendra interviews. I think it's a great series to see if this is actually going to turn into a theory. Let's keep going.
So what's your name, honey?
My name is Enija.
Enija. Hey, Kendra kids.
Look, say
Hey, Kendra
hi.
kids. She's a beautiful little girl.
Thank
So,
you.
how do you pronounce your name again?
Enija.
Enija. Enija.
What just happened?
They know how.
Oh, okay. It was on their end.
Enija, you back?
Yes.
Okay, Wi-Fi be acting up sometimes, so I'm gonna try to go fast. Enija, where you calling us from?
Charlotte. I'm from New York, though, Brooklyn.
Charlotte, but from New York. How old are you?
32.
32. You have 2 kids, 11 and 1.
Yes.
When's your birthday or zodiac sign?
October 2nd. I'm a Libra.
A Libra. And what do you do for a living?
I work in customer service for a bank.
Customer service.
Sounds about right.
All right, Enija, what kind of man you looking for, boo?
Somebody just chill, down to earth. Somebody I could vibe with and kick it with. Somebody who's
For those of you that don't know, that answers a bunch of gobbledygook. But it's really just when I want somebody to vibe and chill with, what women don't understand about men is that vibes can be artificially created. And we got to start putting that out there, because women who are men who are charismatic, they can create the vibes. That's why they're charismatic. So that doesn't really say anything. Well, I guess it does. It says that I don't want men who are awkward and I guess you could say that she's looking for somebody who has experience with women. Or no, not really. More so who has good social skills. I would say it like that.
motivated, get to the bag, somebody I could just kick it with, and hopefully, it could be my husband.
Oh, you want to get? Have you ever been married?
No, just in a long-term relationship with
Yeah.
my son's dad. Outside of that, no.
So now you want to get married?
Yeah, that was always the goal, girl.
No, it wasn't. No, she gonna sit there and tell that lie. That was always the goal. No, it wasn't, because it would have happened. It didn't happen before the kids. It didn't, and it didn't happen after. Don't tell me that's the goal. That's a lie.
Girl, I ain't have my 11-year-old, to nothing. It was a really serious relationship. Marriage was on the table, but unfortunately, that wasn't in the cards. Yeah.
Okay. What's some deal breakers for you?
People, if he can't keep it real, I can't deal with that. I just need somebody who can keep it real. So that's my major deal breaker.
What does that mean?
A whole lot of kids. Somebody who
How many kids can he have?
3, maybe 4.
3, maybe 4. Okay.
Okay.
Does he have to look a certain way?
Just as long as he clean and he know how to dress up when it's time to go outside and dress up.
Okay. Does he have to make a certain amount of money?
I would say definitely more than me. So I would 75, 100 a year.
75 to 100. But
And the Kevin Samuels theme music just started playing in the background. She want a guy making 75 to 100K a year. And he got 2 kids. And the youngest is 1. And now she wants marriage after having the 2 kids by 2 different guys. What's next? He gonna be 6 feet tall too, right?
75 is the lowest you'll date.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because he gotta have more than me. I can't deal with the guys who I just can't. I need somebody that's
What's wrong with the guys that make less than you?
it's like when it's time to go, like me, I'm a woman, I like to go out.
You know what? That's a great question. I don't think I've ever heard her ask that before. But this is going to give us some insight to the way this woman was raised. It basically answers the question of is she a soldier in the gender war?
Do things. So if I'm willing to go out by myself and spend $200 on a dinner, and you can't match that because you make less than me, it's not going to work. It's going to cause for a man to he gonna be jealous. It's not gonna work.
So how much do you make? Do you want to share?
50.
So would you date a guy that makes 50?
If he got kids, I don't think that's gonna work. Cause how you gonna help afford, with our lifestyle and.
I told y'all before, women don't know numbers like that. Because you're going to sit here and say, well, he can't make it work because it's only 50. But she's making it work now, clearly, right? Unless she's just struggling. But again, if you're just struggling, why have another child? See, women don't know numbers like that. That's all she's going by. And did you also catch the fact that, oh yeah, he needs to make 75 to 100, make more than me. Well, 55 is more than her. But she didn't say that though, did she? This woman has been raised to be a soldier in the gender war. I know it's sad to say, but that's what we're dealing with here. It's because, again, this is a prime example of the vetting process being broken. The only thing that she is using, or the biggest thing that she is using as a filter for men, is the wallet. That's it. Oh, and somebody I can vibe with. But again, I told you guys, men who are charismatic can create a vibe. That's not something that's real. That can be artificially created. So the only thing we have to go on for is she wants a man with money. That's the only thing that she's, well, you know what? She may say something else, but that's the only thing that she's. Chris says, that's the problem. Single mothers going to Ruth, Chris, and Morton showing off for the gram. I agree. But again, I told you, like I said, women don't know numbers like that. They don't know what them, because again, if you got a guy who's making 50 and you're making 50, well, y'all got 100. She's in Charlotte. Okay? She's in North Carolina. The average household income in North Carolina is not 100. It's less than that. If I had to guess, I will say that the average household income is probably about 65. But again, women don't know numbers like that.
What we got going on?
But he makes the same with you when you have kids.
Yeah, but now you got me too.
There you go.
Yeah.
So do you expect him to provide for your children as well?
No. But eventually, if we're, the relationship, that's that. She listen.
Wait. You don't expect him to provide for you and your kids, but you're telling him that $50K is not enough, even though she makes that now. Bruh. I have a YouTube short out there about why women want men why they keep saying 100K. The quick version, so you guys don't have to go look it up if you don't want to, but the quick version is 100K is a nice round number. That's the only reason why women keep saying it. Because again, if you ask most of them, okay, well, how much money is that a month? You can see the loading screen start turning in their eyes because they don't know. Yeah, make it make sense, because this doesn't.
And I want to talk to and put me down. She want to walk around, and it's bedtime. Go ahead, girl. But what you just said? Can you say that again?
So I guess because you say he has to make more than you, so you said you make 50, but you won't date a guy that makes 50 because he has to be able to take care of you as well.
Yeah, I need him to have a little bit more than me. I just feel like as a man, I wanted to, I want you to be a little bit above me with certain things, and be the leader.
Be the leader, she said. Okay, Elijah.
Translation: lead with your wallet, which is a What she's really saying is, yes, I want a guy to lead with his wallet. He should just buy me things. But not only that, that if you lose that income, well, then I'm gonna have to go find somebody else. Or no, it's probably not that. It's more so if he loses his income, then I'm gonna have to leave the relationship, and we know where that's going. It's right to the end, right? So, well, you know what? There's a whole lot here. Let's keep going.
We gotta do the Kendra Kim. I know you got your baby.
No.
How we gonna make this work?
Come and see if I can. She like, listen, mommy, do not put me down. Excuse me, I got on my around the house, mommy stuff. All right. I'm gonna sit right here.
Okay, we kind of see you. She turned around, showed the booty. Okay, we got you, girl. So, Elijah, when was your last relationship?
Okay.
With her dad.
With her dad. You don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
2 months ago with her dad.
Wait a minute,
Chris says she's broke. She's making $4,000 a month with 2 kids and spending $200 on dinners. She's definitely looking for a sponsor. Here's the thing. I don't think she's spending money on dinners like that. I think she's just using that as an example so that to lure in the guys that can actually do that. Because you got to remember, she got a 1-year-old. What, she taking a 1-year-old to a steakhouse? That's not happening. This woman probably ain't been nowhere like that for a while. So yeah, I don't think she's doing that for herself. Because if let's just again, the math is not mathing here, because you got a baby who's a 1-year-old. Her job more than likely came with some kind of maternity leave, which she would have been on. So, but maternity leave comes with reduced income. So, yeah, I don't. This next thing should be interesting.
2 months ago with her dad, so should a guy worry that you guys could get back together?
Yeah.
No, we pretty much have that established. So we tried to do it again, just because, who wants to be a single mom, 2 kids, 2 different baby dads, after being in serious relationships with these men. So, we tried to start dating again for a little while. I went my whole pregnancy without anything, and a little while thereafter, and girl, it was what it was. And
Translation. It was supposed to be a rekindling for her. For him, it was casual sex. Chris. Nah, bro, I believe it. I used to bartend and fine dining. Trust me, I used to see these women all the time. All right, I'll take your word for it then.
yeah, it was what it was, and that's what it was.
So do y'all co-parent well?
Yeah, everything's cool. Yeah, we went through a little, rocky part, of everything, but we're good. He's doing what he's supposed to. Everything's cool. So
I will say 2 months ago was not that long ago. And if I was a guy, I would be a little cautious because this is a man that's not going nowhere.
Listen, men do it too. Half these men done slept with somebody last night and got a couple potentials. I'm keeping it 100. And if I
but your potential was a child's father who's not going nowhere.
How?
But your potential was your child's father. So
no, he's not a potential. I'm saying men. They may have, potentials and stuff.
Soldier in the gender war. Well, men can do it too. Classic gender war / feminist talking point. Men and women, I'm going to behave just like a man because men can do that too. Meanwhile, simultaneously holding on to the fact that women are special and we can do things that men cannot, and we should be loved for it. Okay, hey, there's nothing wrong with that, but recognize and give value to the fact that men can do things that you can't do. Should men be going out and doing that? Probably not. But the fact that this is where we're at in the conversation says a whole lot. Chris says, wow, no accountability. I agree.
Stuff like that. I'm being real with it. It is what it is. Like,
It is what it is. So, but let's just make sure we're clear. So you feel as though there's no reconciliation between you and your child's father?
not on a relationship level, no.
Not a relationship. Okay.
No.
All right. So Inaja, why do you think you're single?
I think I've been into, long relationships. I got 2 kids behind them. And I just feel like I just want respect, and I feel like sometimes men lose that respect in relationships and do crazy things. So, and
That's
I'm not
interesting.
for it,
Most women say they want love, not respect, but okay.
I know what I want in life. I know where I'm going. I know what I got going on. And it's like, I don't know, I'm not settling. And to be honest with you, I'll be in the crib. I don't even be meeting nobody. So that's just really the real thing.
I believe that.
Got you. All right. And why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
I feel like I'm on a good package, I have a good head on my shoulders. I'm determined. I get to the bag. I'm a very nice, lady, very versatile. I'm that girl all around. You want to be straight over here in every aspect.
All right, let's do it. This
What?
is Inaja, 32, Libra, 2 kids. You want more kids?
No, hell no. He can't have. Nope.
Okay, so he has to have kids already.
Yeah, we can't. No more kids.
Okay.
It ain't no IVF in the future. Not.
So you want a man that already has kids, because if a guy wanted to get married to you, he has to get married to you knowing that he's not gonna be able to have a child.
Right.
Guy who makes 75 to 100K.
Okay, so that's what you
Chris with the $5 super chat. Man, I'm loving the channel. You're like a mix between Style OG and Kevin Samuels. Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
already has kids or does not want kids or would be satisfied with her kids only.
Yes.
What's the age range you would date?
35 to 50.
35 to 50. I'm hearing older women like older these days. 35 to 50.
Yeah.
All right, and he doesn't have to be in Charlotte, right?
No, I like to travel.
Does he have to fly you out if he's not?
Not necessarily. I go places. So.
She got an 11-year-old in school.
All
How
right,
she?
now
Where's she
let's
traveling
do it.
to?
How you want the guy to reach out to you, baby girl?
He can hit me up on my Instagram.
Okay, yeah, that's enough of that. All right, so, despite the fact that a lot of this seemed very negative, there were actually some positives in this. Okay, the first one is that she's not obese. To have 2 kids, I gotta give her some credit for that. She's not obese, because most women gain weight after every pregnancy. So there is a positive there. Is she feminine? No, I'm picking up masculine energy a whole lot. The whole thing about wanting respect. When I said, most feminine women, they want love to come first. This is why a popular saying is that men love your wives, women respect your husbands. So again, and it's there. I mean, I could go back through this and point out a whole bunch of other masculine tendencies, but I would say that there was more masculine than feminine behavior there. Is she friendly? Yeah, that's questionable. I mean, because she mentioned the fact that she don't really be going places, which tells me that she's mostly staying at home. But that could be because she's got a 1-year-old. But let's say it's not, then she doesn't come. That means that you're not coming off that friendly, because most people aren't trying to hang out with you. Sad, but so that's why I said that's questionable. Cooperative? Is she cooperative? Not really. She's only cooperative to a small percentage of the population of men. Probably around in Charlotte, she's probably that's probably a number that's about 10%, maybe. Just because she says she's not going to settle. Well, then that means that you're not willing to cooperate. Okay. Is she submissive? I think she's submissive to the right guy. You know, if you a 10% earner, you know, you make a 75 to 100K, I think she'll be submissive then. The problem is that if that's, let's say that's 15% of the population, right? That means 85% of the time she's not submissive. And she's got 2 kids. To the average man, is this woman marriageable? To the majority of the male population, no. No. Does that mean that she's just gonna die alone? I'm not saying that, because again, I said this back at the beginning, that women do have the capacity to self-improve. The things that are holding her back are basically ideals. If she was be willing to change some of those things, then she could be marriageable. I think the biggest thing is that the biggest issue is the cooperation and the submission thing. Her standard of the guy has to lead with money and that's probably one of the first things, or the biggest thing that she has ingrained in herself. I say that because I think that she is overcompensating for past relationships and how they've worked out. You know, because there's a theory out here that says that, well, women only go for the top 20% of men. But if you start asking the women that are part of those conversations, okay, well, what are your previous boyfriends? What did they make? Like the relationship that's went the longest with you, what did that guy make? That's how you find out where women's. That's a great indicator of what a woman's sexual marketplace value is. Is that the guy you've been in the longest relationship with? How much money did he make? Like, what did he do for a living? That's probably a good match for you somewhere in a guy on that level. But a lot of times what happens is because of negative experiences through a lack of the vetting process, women try and overcompensate. In today's world, it's easy to say, oh, I just need a man who makes more, as if money is going to solve all the issues. As if money is going to solve all the issues that have been built up throughout their whole lives. Like I said, a lot of these things are just products of being raised to be a soldier in the gender war. You know, but I'm probably gonna say that like 15 more times, because this is rough. But again, do I think she's marriageable in her current state? No. I think that the fact that the other thing that's going on is that this woman was not raised to be a wife, because we've got this whole the math wasn't mathing. Remember, she's got an 11-year-old kid. And she said that her and the child's father, they were together for 8 years and they broke up 3 years ago. Well, I mean, you had the kid within the first year. No, it couldn't. That's probably not even true, because you had to be pregnant for 9 months. And that's the majority of that year right there. So again, it's a lot of hookup culture going on, which again, it's just all we're leading back to the vetting process. You know, who's vetting these guys for her. So we're going to move on to the next one, because that's interesting. She got a kid in the live with her. Right. Whoo, reset. Man. Okay, who's next? Yeah, we got some guys coming in, so we're just gonna fast forward through that. One of the things that I've been thinking about is having a female co-host, so we can actually cover the section with the guys to figure out if these guys are actually marriageable. It's not something I'm looking to do as a guy though, because that doesn't make sense. But I would prefer that the co-host be married. So I may not even end up doing that, because it's just so much going on right now. Oh, we got our next candidate here. Is this loading? What's going on here?
One thing I ain't is broke. Now let's keep going. Let me get somebody else, child. I got a couple men in there. I like that. Let me get a female. Ooh, child, what you drinking? We can't hear you.
I'm just drinking water.
Okay. Well, them brews is booming.
I know. Let me bring it on close.
What's
Okay. Um, yeah, Kendra already said it. This woman has come on to a show about a dating show with thousands of people watching and didn't think it was a good idea. She didn't think it was a good idea, or she thought it was a good idea not to wear a bra. Kind of okay. You know what? Let me stop judging. Let's hear her out. May have something here.
your name, baby?
Asha.
Say again.
Asha.
Asha. Asha, where you calling from?
Cobb County, Georgia.
Cobb County, Georgia.
Oh, okay.
How old are you?
For those of you that don't know, I actually live in the great state of Georgia. So this should be interesting.
34.
34. What you do for a living?
I'm a life coach. I also have youth enrichment programs. A little
Have you
bit.
been before? Then tell me that you've been here before.
I have on Facebook, and I just didn't. I didn't get the results.
So you come back with an update?
No, I'm hoping I can come back with a redo because it was not good.
Okay, well, what was the problem?
Uh-oh.
What did you receive?
A lot of foreign men.
That's the one thing the women tell me, that they get a lot.
Okay, Chris asks, from what you've seen from Kendra, would you say she's marriageable? I don't know enough about Kendra. She doesn't talk about herself that often. So, yeah, I agree she is attractive, but she doesn't talk about herself enough before for us to say anything about that. And believe it or not, I think that that Kendra is undergoing a lot of. I think that she has had a mental awakening. One of the things that I often talk about in my other videos is that women today, they have little to no knowledge of the male experience, right? And that applies to most women. Women who tend to have knowledge of the male experience, they tend to be married. And I can't decipher if it's if that's why they end up getting married, or is it because they've been with their husbands for so long that they just naturally picked up on it. And I think Kendra is getting a big dose of that through her doing this show, is that she's starting to understand the male experience. It's like what it's like for men to date women, because all the women that she talks to. And hosting a show like this, you actually have to stop and think about the answers that women are saying. So, you know, it's I think it's interesting, but yeah, I can't say if she's marriageable or not because I don't, you know, she doesn't talk about herself like that. But let's keep going.
A lot of men from different countries. Okay, so Asha, Cobb County, Georgia, 34. You're a life coach.
Yes.
Life coach. You have any kids?
No, not yet.
Not yet. Okay. When's your birthday or zodiac sign?
July 26th, Leo.
Leo. All right, Asha, let's be clear. So you don't want any men that's not in the US of A?
No, not on the level that they were. Like, you know, if it's somebody that's got something going on, sure, maybe I'll be open to it, but it wasn't giving that.
It wasn't given that. Okay. So Asha, what kind of man you looking for?
I am looking for a man who knows who he is, a man that has emotional intelligence, a good-looking man, a man who values women, a man who is fun to be around, has a likable personality. I would love a man that loves music like I love music, preferably 90s R&B. The last time I came on here, my family said I was not being as selective as I am in real life. So in the perfect world, it would be nice if he was vegan. I'm vegan. But I know that really, you know, minimizes my options. So
It does.
Pescatarian, vegetarian, vegan would be lovely. I'm a tall woman, so I do prefer taller men. I didn't say that last time.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'9.5", so with
She is
I'm
tall.
about 6'1.5",
Okay.
6, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Did you tell me your deal breakers?
No, deal breakers would be lacking emotional intelligence, argumentative, don't value women, bad hygiene, smokers, lack of ambition.
Chris says nearing 35 plus women with no kids is tough. I've dated a lot of women like that, and they are in a rush to have kids. Yeah, biological clock is ticking. Guys, make sure you like the video. We got 5 people watching and 3 likes. Let's go ahead and get it to 5 and get 100% engagement.
That pretty much sums it up. Yeah.
Okay, could he have kids?
Preferably no. I would like to start a family with somebody that doesn't have kids as well.
Okay.
Yeah. In a perfect world, no.
No kids. Does he have to be in Cobb County, Georgia?
Atlanta area would be great because I have been single for a while, so I would like to be able to physically touch my man. But I'm open to outside of Atlanta. I'm open to long distance.
Long distance. All right. Does he have a certain amount of money?
Enough to take care of his responsibility himself, enjoy life. I'm not gonna put a number on that because what people can do with their own dollars, I don't know. I could stretch a dollar, so I don't know.
All right, let's do the kids or kids.
Okay.
That's when you stand up and we see your full body.
All right. I'm dropping stuff. I wasn't dressed for this.
Look, you're in good shape.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, so when was your last relationship?
So, my last official relationship was almost 10 years ago. Somebody
Wow.
said that just a minute ago. I've been in situationships, I've dated, I've done long distance and all that, but officially, I was divorced, and then another relationship I was in ended in 2013.
So she was married.
Okay.
Okay.
And when was the last time you was intimate with someone? You don't have to answer.
Don't answer.
Just made 3 years.
3 years. Are you celibate for a purpose?
Yeah, I just don't want to. I'm just not into casual sex at this point in my life. Like, I want something serious. It's not like still marriage or anything like that, but somebody that's, you know, on the same page. We got the same kind of timeline, same desires. We hit the right direction. We have a connection. And sex without intimacy for me is trash. And I need an emotional connection. I need us to be, you know, here with it, spiritually, all that. So.
Okay. All right. So this is Asha, Cobb County, Georgia, 34. What's the age range you would date?
A mature 30 to 45-ish, give or take a couple years.
30 to 45.
Why do you think
that's
you're
a big
single?
age range?
I definitely took a long time healing after my divorce. After my divorce, a year later, he was murdered, and then I moved to Georgia.
You got married and got divorced, and then your ex-husband got murdered?
Mm-hmm.
Why? What happened? That's so sad.
Just being around the wrong people, somebody that he knew. Just dealing with stuff he wasn't supposed to be dealing with. So he was about that life. So
you was, how many years were you married for?
We were married for about 2.5 years. We were together. So.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
Healing that I had to do. I had to heal from, you know, being divorced and then him passing, and then I moved to another state. So it was a lot going on. Then when I started dating again, it was just like, I'm just dating to have a new city. Let's see what's out here. And so I've been more intentional with my dating journey probably within the last few years, but of course the pandemic and all these things. So
Chris asks, was she married to a Pookie? He also says she's in a rush to have kids. Tough. There's no way of knowing if she was married to a Pookie because Kendra didn't ask specific questions about him. And probably because it's been a couple years since the divorce. It might not be relevant at this point just because she's been through so many big life changes. You move to a new city, which usually prompts a new career. And she's saying she's celibate. So that's what makes me have second thoughts about about she's trying to have kids, because she has placed the value of being in a relationship over the value of just, you know, getting pregnant. I would actually say that's a plus because let's face it, an attractive woman, it's not hard for attractive women to have sex with guys. And if she wanted to get pregnant, she could.
And then I am a little selective. So I have people that, you know, may try to pursue me, but I know exactly what I want. So I'm not willing to waver on that.
Okay, fair enough. And why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
I'm just dope. I'm just dope. I have amazing energy.
Okay.
I feel like I am just fun to be around. I know what I want. I've done the work. I'm I'm a safe place for whoever, not even just a partner. I'm just a safe place for anyone. And yeah, I'm fun. I can cook. I have great musical taste. I can blend in with any crowd. I can be in the hood. I can be at the corporate dinners, whatever. And I'm a free spirit. And I'm just dope. That just sums it
She's
up.
just dope. She's just dope. Let's do it. This is Asha, Cobb County, Georgia, 34, Leo, life coach, no kids. You do want your own kids, right?
I do. Yes.
She does. So they 30 to 45. How you want the guy to reach out to you, baby girl?
So I'm Asha Cerise on all platforms. So either Instagram or Facebook.
Okay. Let's see what we got here. Chris, the outer shell is pretty, but the inside is questionable. Yeah, I kind of picked up on that. But let me just we can just really run through this list because there's well, let's just do it. She's not obese, right? I get a feminine vibe from her. The fact that you know what? No, that the feminine vibe is questionable at this point. It's questionable but I think she is friendly when she talks about being able to fit into different scenarios or different occasions with different economic, what do you call it? Settings, I guess. That definitely speaks to being friendly. It might also speak to being feminine too, because if you're in a dating situation, being able to maneuver in those different types of totally different environments, yeah. Cooperative, it's questionable. Usually, in this show, the biggest tell if a woman is cooperative is when you get to the question of does he have to make a certain amount of money, because that's a definite answer. Is and Kendra asks you specifically, she's asking about numbers, and usually if a woman is willing to give an age, a range of incomes, if it falls in a category where most men can reach that level, then I would say that usually women tend to be cooperative. With this, you don't know because she's talking about he has to be able to support himself, which is that's questionable. Just because I know the area that she lives in, and the average income, let's just say the average income for the city of Atlanta is about $55,000 a year. The trick here is that while the average income in the state of Georgia is 37, and a lot of people frown on that, especially women. It's like 37, you can't do nothing on that. Okay, here's the trick part to that. 37 is the state of Georgia. If you're making 55 in the city of Atlanta or any other major urban city, you're living the same lifestyle as the person who doesn't live in that city and is making 37. So if you want to call that guy broke who's making 37, but they don't live in a major metropolitan or major urban area, that's the same broke that you're experiencing with that guy who is, in the city at 55. So that's why I say she may be cooperative because she didn't really put a number on it. And well, you know what, she is, because her eating habits, when she mentioned she is vegan, and that is a very specific lifestyle. The fact that she's okay with you being a vegetarian or Episcopalian, that speaks to, okay, well, you know what? I know that what I would prefer is a very niche group of men. So I'm willing to, to bend on that. So I would say she is cooperative on certain things. Submissive? I don't think so. Free spirit, remember? Usually women who label themselves as free spirit, very rarely do you find them willing to follow a man's leadership. And she doesn't have any kids. So I think this woman is marriageable, because she's got more than three categories here. I think that Chris asked about her profession as a life coach. Here's the thing. I don't delve into specific career paths. What I will say that is, if you're an entrepreneur, then you most likely, well, no, it depends on how serious she is about it. If she's supporting herself, hey, good for her. But I think that ultimately, two entrepreneurs rarely work out, just because if you're a full-time entrepreneur, then you're probably the breadwinner. But in her case, because she says she's looking to have kids, she probably will benefit from being with the average guy who works a 9 to 5. Because again, 9 to 5 means it's not just, he works between the hours of 9 to 5. It's supposed to symbolize that you have a steady job with a steady income. Whereas your partner, who is an entrepreneur, their income is not steady. And that does have benefits, though, because again, if you're looking to get married and have kids, then that means your schedule is flexible enough that you can take care of the kids and the home and still, have a source of income. So, yeah, I think this woman is marriageable. I just think that what's possibly holding her back, it could be a couple of things. The things that are possibly holding her back is if she's living in Georgia now, in Cobb County, and there's no family here, well, who's vetting the guys for her? See, most of these relationship topics usually boil down to, they all lead back to all roads lead to back to the same 4 issues: the way we raise our kids, the vetting process, concept of marriage, and finances. I mean, and in this one, I think the vetting process is what's going on here. I think that's why that she's probably having issues with the dating process. It's because nobody's there to vet these guys for her, But we're gonna move on. That was actually refreshing conversation there, because like I said, this woman she's marriageable. So, but we're going right into the next one. Okay, well, let's just hit play and we'll go to the next one.
Instagram or Facebook, and that's her name at the bottom, Asha Cerise. Let's see what it does. Keep me posted how it goes, girl.
You know what? I kind of want to, this is going to be a little bit different. Let's see. Is this going to work? Last time I did this, it ended the live. So, it's letting me do stuff here. And let me see if we can. I just want to check out our Instagram real quick and see. Wait, is this her? Hold on, because this person has a blue check. Oh, it is her. Okay. You know what? Okay, she's got some on her Instagram. Okay, here, I'll pull it up real quick. Let's see here. So clearly she went on a girls trip. Normally you question photos like this. It's like, who's taking the picture? But clearly that's her girlfriend or maybe a family member or something right there. And they're in Miami. Okay, well, as somebody who has their own business, Discovery Health, here to support you on your journey. I'm not clicking on the link tree, but you know what? Aside from the obvious pictures at the beach, what else we got here? Okay. I'm not seeing a lot of thirst trapping here. I do see now she does have some revealing clothing on, but it's not over the top like I've seen in some Instagram profiles. So yeah, because most of this stuff is this is not yeah. So I still believe that. And then because she's single, you never know when And she's cooperative too. So if you, which makes me think that if this woman, if you had a problem with the photos on her Instagram, and you probably have to marry her though, but if you had a problem with the photos on her Instagram, I think that she'd be willing to work with you on that if you wanted her to tone it down. I don't see anything out of the ordinary here. Like I said, she's wearing some low cut stuff on here, but other than that, I mean, it's not too bad. But we need to move on.
I will. I hope I come back with a good update next time.
Well, this is your only time. 2 times is all you get. So I pray it works this time.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, best of
Bye,
luck.
baby. All right, let's keep going. Let's see if I get another guy. I did see a guy in Q, but it's not a guy. Hello? She not even paying attention, child. I don't know what she doing. Her new growth looks good. We see your new growth, girl. Wi-Fi. Hello? Hello, you ready? We can't hear you.
Oh, snap. Can you hear me, Kendra?
Yeah, I think you were here before.
Yes, I have.
Oh, okay. You want to give us an update?
Yes, I do. Let me turn off my notifications. Ugh. Yes, it's been amazing. It's been amazing, Kendra. It's been amazing in that the people who are hitting me up, they're not located in my city.
Okay. Let's go back to the beginning. What's your name again, honey?
My name is Natalie.
And Natalie, where are you calling us from?
I'm calling you from Washington, D.C.
DC. How old are you?
I'm 37.
37. Move over more to the right. Stop moving, honey. You gotta stay stitched. You gotta stay in one
Right
spot.
here?
Move over a little bit more. You could be in the middle, right there. Okay, stop moving out. No, over a little bit to the right. Other way,
Okay.
girl. Okay. So Natalie, DC, 37. What do you do for a living again?
I'm a teacher.
If you can you bring the camera down? It's like you're so far away. Yeah.
I can. We can be all up in the face.
Yeah, that's better. Right there. Okay. All right. So Natalie, you're a teacher. What kind of teacher?
I teach history.
Are you in your bra? Is that your bra?
Yeah.
You feeling free tonight?
Okay.
Always.
Not.
Natalie, you're too close to the middle. You have to go to the right. Okay, right there. And please stop moving. Oh my God, girl. Okay. Let me see something.
Doesn't follow instructions that well.
Be centered. That's probably the best way to tell you. Right there. Okay, don't move no more. All right, so Natalie, DC, 37, history teacher. Do you have any kids?
No, I have a dog. Divorce.
No kids. When's your birthday or zodiac sign?
July 22nd.
Okay, you have a dog. July 22nd. What zodiac sign is that?
Leo.
All right, so Natalie, DC, 37, Leo, teacher, history teacher. She's back for the second time. So what do you want to make more clear this time around?
I want someone in the DC area. I've been getting amazing folks from your show from everywhere else, Kendra, but the DMV.
So why isn't she considering moving then? I mean, yeah, she'd be 38. Yeah. Something else is going on here, because if you keep saying that you're getting all these great options, then why not just consider moving? I mean, you don't have any kids. What's tying you to the area there? Unless, well, I guess it could be family though, because again, if you've got a father in your life who's helping you vet the guys, I can understand why you would want to stay there, because while you're there, you're actually under his protection. So that would make sense.
Like Dubai, London, New York.
Oh, okay. No, these guys are not options.
I'm not willing to travel.
Yeah, I wouldn't be willing to travel that far either.
Not willing to travel. Okay.
I thought she was gonna say like the next state over or something in that region. But if you're in DC and you got these guys are overseas, they just want you for sex.
Okay. What what's some other deal breakers besides not being in DC?
Deal breakers is I want someone who understands my lifestyle.
Okay.
Which is I'm an educator, so.
Oh, Wi-Fi starting to Wi-Fi again. Let me see. Natalie, you there? Let me see. If I remove her, I think she's frozen.
Isn't DC known as Chocolate City? It is actually.
If I remove her, is she gone? Let me see if she's gone. If she's not gone, we probably gonna end. We had an hour because we can't have two people frozen.
Okay, yeah, this woman's frozen because she's gone. And it's not enough information to figure out if this woman's marriageable. I mean, because we started off on a bad foot. She's not presentable. She came on in her bra. Again, you're on a dating show where thousands of people are going to see you, and you come on in a bra. It's not presentable. And Kendra's giving her directions about being, on camera to make sure she's looking her best, and she's all over the place. She doesn't take direction well. And, so that's, but it's not enough information there because, yeah. So, unfortunately, that's the last woman on that one. This has been, this episode has been interesting to say the least. We found some extreme examples. I mean, you go back to that woman who had 6 kids and the guy she's looking for now. But we did find a woman who is who did present well, and that's always a good thing. I think that's a great note to end on. Chris says, facts. Probably some of her students and colleagues watched in her bra. Exactly. That's why I said this is a big show. It's like you wouldn't be a guest on like Dr. Phil or something like that wearing that stuff. But coincidentally, some of these shows on YouTube get higher. They have more viewership than actual TV programs. So that's why I can't understand that. But again, if you don't see your value as being that high, or know that you have to be presentable because men are visual, it's almost like you don't respect what men value. So, that's, but yeah, I think that, it's always good when you can find, women who are marriageable, because it proves the fact that, well, you know what? How many women did we see today? Was it 4? 1, 2, 3. It was 4. Wow. So 1 out of 4 is marriageable. That's crazy how that's exactly the number of that's the percentage of women who actually get married in the Black community. 26% is, well, though I think it's about the recent numbers have it at 30%. But it's interesting though, right? Because the numbers pan out. But again, this is something that's going to happen to. I think this is something that we're going to have to pay attention to going forward, is because the growing narrative is that, well, all these modern women out here, they don't want to be wives anymore. I think that women do want marriage, but ultimately, do they want to be wives? I think they do. I think it's just a lot of them just don't know how. And unfortunately, that comes from a lack of men in the home. But, I mean, how do you compensate for that? Well, unfortunately, you guys have heard me say this on this channel before. Some men need to be looking to be stepdads. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that you should be. I'm saying that you shouldn't rule it out. Why? I would keep it as an option if the woman is going to make it worth it for you. There should be, because that is such a big responsibility, that woman should balance that equation for you. If she's not, then don't do it. It's just not worth it. But ultimately, we've got to start creating more nuclear families, and you're not going to get away from the fact that the majority of the kids in our community are being raised by single parents. So Chris says it gives us hope. It gives hope for us single brothers. I agree. And that's the whole point. Because again, if you guys, there were a couple of reasons why I wanted to start this channel. One of them was the fact that I didn't like where the conversation about relationship was moving towards in our community. Again, I have 2 daughters. My daughters are young, but at some point I would like for them to have, I would like for both of them to get married. But there have to be marriageable men out there, or marriage-minded men out there. And if we continue on this rhetoric to where, well, women don't want to be wives anymore, and marriage is bad, and you should never take the risk, and the future of that conversation is not something that most people are rooting for. I think it just sounds good to say that stuff. But guys, I'm starting to ramble on, so we're going to end it here. Thanks everybody for showing up. The next live stream may not be until today is Wednesday. Well, this started on Wednesday. Guys, I don't know when the next live stream is happening because I got some editing to do, right? Because I got to get this stuff up. And then I got another video that should be dropping closer to this weekend too. So keep an eye out for that. We may start doing I may start another series going for that will happen on live streams. But, we'll have to see. Right now, I think this is the most important thing that we have going on right now, because we need to prove that there are marriageable women out there. But also a big thing that you should be taking away from this is that, okay, how can I get better at vetting women? Right? Aside from the fact that she's fine. Because a lot of us get caught up in that. And believe it or not, that's how a lot of us end up with kids, is because you invest too much time in a woman just because she's fine and she's willing to have sex with you. So I hope that you guys will start taking notes and paying attention to the things that are, or the other tangible things that we can base our relationships on. But with that being said, I'm going to say goes to the next time. Peace.